Hello there, in this video I'm going to put together an album. Now the album that I'm going to make is going to be similar to this one here. Now this one has been made using this digital download collection from the Crafty Witches called Delightfully Spooky. It's a junk journal kit, and it's full of everything that you need for decorating, papers, pages, and even the front and back covers, just everything that you could possibly think of to make a junk journal. But I haven't done one of those this time. This is a little album that I've made. I'll just quickly show you it. So got some interactive pieces there, and then opens up here. There's some extra tags, and then here are some of the pages. That you can add pictures, writing, anything that you want to use a book for. And then the centre part has a pull-out section there, which is double-sided. So like I said, this is one that I've already made, and this was using the Delightfully Spooky collection. But for the one that I'm going to make today in this tutorial, I'm going to be using Winter Dream. Again, it's a junk journal kit, has all your papers, your pages, embellishments, and your front and back covers. So we'll just get started. Now, going to need a scoreboard first. Now, to start to make the album, you need 3 pieces of card. So I've got 2 pieces here. Now they're 21 centimetres in height and 18.5 centimetres in width. And then you need 1 single piece, which is 20 centimetres in height and 15 centimetres in width. So the 21 centimetres, you just need to score a couple of score lines. So the first one, along the 18.5 centimetre edge, the first one is going to be at 15 centimetres. And then at 17 centimetres. And you'll see that it leaves this little 1.5 centimetre tab here. So just going to do exactly the same with the other piece. So 15 centimetres. And 17 centimetres. Okay, put the scoreboard away. Now, on the tab here, just going to cut the edge at a slight angle, just to the first score line there. And I'm going to do this on both of them. Okay, and then you need to fold and burnish each of the score lines. Okay, now I'm going to bring in the smaller section here, and each of these is just going to be attached at each side there. Now I'm adding the tabs to the inside of the album base here, just so then I can matte layer and cover it, and they will be hidden. So just going to add some red liner tape. And then some glue to help it just grab. Now just carefully line that up. Okay, just press that down and do the same on the other side. Okay, so that is basically the album. So the right side goes in first, and then you have the left side that goes. Now, need to attach some ribbon. So the first piece of ribbon goes to the front there. Okay, and then as it's all folded inwards, the next piece of ribbon actually just goes at the back. So really this is quick and easy to start off with, and like I said, that is actually just going to be the cover for the album. So the next stage is going to be decorating our actual cover. Okay, so now to decorate the cover. So I have 6 pieces of black card for my base matte layer, and the black card measures 20.5 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters, and like I said, there's 6 of those. So we'll just go through these. This image here is actually one of the actual covers from the download kit, and I've cut it in half to fit on my matte layers. So the actual paper measures 20 centimeters by 14 centimeters, so I've already layered them together. Then these 2 bits here, exactly the same measurements, they're going on the inside. I've got a single piece here that is going on the right flap, and then this piece just sits in the centre. You don't really see this black piece of card, but I just want it there just in case you do see some of the white at the background. So and then there's actually 3 pieces of this. These two are for the outside and then one piece for the inside. So these measure 20.5 centimeters by 1.5. So the paper that I've cut out is 20 centimeters by 1 centimeter. So like I said, there's two for the outside and one for the inside. Just going to add this to the front. Just make sure you're happy where it is and then press it down. Make sure you're happy with your white border on the outside. Okay, and then turn that over, and then the next piece, oops, goes on the back. Just make sure I've got that the right way round, and that just pops on there. Make sure it attaches just where that ribbon is too. And then like I said, I've got two strips here just for the outside. Just press them down, and then one for this side. Okay, so that's my outside of my album with the mats and layers, and now the inside. So this is a single piece I have here, and I'm going to attach that to the right flap. Okay, and then I have two pieces for either side there, and then that piece, the black plain card, just go in the middle there. Pressing that down. Okay, and then I know we have the two sides here, but this side is going to be used for some of the pages, so you just need one on the left side there. Okay, I'm just going to give everything another press down. Okay, so I'm just turning this over again and just going to go to the front cover here. Now I've got some embellishments here for my front cover. This is from one of the lace sheets, and then I have some toppers and then some of the sentiments. So I've already got a foam pad on there. I'm just going to attach it to the side. And then just decide from where I'm going to attach those. And yeah, I think we'll just do that like that. So just going to get some foam pads. Like I said, there's lots of embellishments, images and sentiments that you can decide on how you want to decorate yours. Okay, so that's how I've just decorated the front cover. Now before we go into the actual inside, for this I've also cut out this image here. Now this is from one of the pages, and I've put lots of foam pads on the back, and I'm just going to attach it there just to give this area something else to look at. Yeah, so this is really just how I've decided to decorate this album. Of course you can add pockets and tags and all sorts to any of the mats and layers. I just really like this image, and it's nice to see when you open it up. So I'm just going to attach it there. So yeah, so that's the start of some of the decorating of my album, and now we'll the next stage is to fill in with all the pages. Okay, so now for the inside of the album. So I've got these mushrooms that I'm going to pop here, and they're going to go on black card, and so that they can be turned over and then put something on the back of them. Then I have some pages that I'll explain as when I put these in, that will go there, and then some extra pages that will sit nicely in there, and then this is another area then that you can decorate. So I'll just pop this out of the way first. Now, so like I said, this is some of the plain paper, and then these mushrooms here are one of the image sheets. So I'm going to mat and layer these all to the black card. Now the black card here measures 12.5 centimeters by 8 centimeters, and I'm going to score 1 centimeter on each of these pieces. So it's just going down the long length there, the long side. Pop that out of the way. Then I'm just going to fold and burnish the score lines. And then also add some red liner tape to each of the tabs there. Okay, so that's going to fold inwards, so the image needs to be on the front there. And then the plain card on the back. Now I've added plain card on the back so you can easily write on there a message, or even add your own pictures to there. Okay, and then the last one. Okay, so there's my 3 images. I just need to bring my album back in. So like I said, these are going to go here, but I've made them, well, I want them to be able to be flipped so the other sides actually can be used. So I just need to work out where they can go. So of course this one needs to be as close to the end as possible. And yeah, so I'm going to do it like that so you can still see some of the images there. Okay, so just press that down. And just getting them lined up so they sit nicely on top of each other. And the last one there. Yeah, so like I said, as you open them up you can add your own writing or images to each of those. So next I think we will go on to the side here. So I'm going to need the scoreboard back again, and these are some of the pages that I've printed out. So I have six pages printed out, and I've also double-sided printed them. Now some of them haven't been properly lined up actually into the printer, which it's not going to be seen anyway because that's actually going to be stuck onto the bottom of the card. I'm actually going to trim this bit off though because I've just noticed that I missed it. I don't really want any white showing actually at the edge of my paper. So all these need scoring. You'll see the score line that goes straight down. Oops. Oh dear, dropped my pen. So you just need to do each of those. So that is one set. A second set. and my third set. So just pop those out the way. So this is going to be my first set here. So you just need to fold and burnish the score lines down. And then add red liner tape to one of them, because they're going to be attached together. Okay, so just carefully need to line that up. So just need to make sure I get that in the right space. So just going to attach these together. Sorry about this, I'm at a slightly awkward angle to see where my top and bottom are going. Okay, so that's my first one there. Now the second one, just need to pop them together and then cut a small amount of the tab off. It's just so that they sit nicely inside there. Like I said, I'm just trimming off a small amount, as you can see. And I'm attaching these two pieces together. Okay, and then the next two. I didn't trim these, did I? That was a bit silly. Okay, so I've already glued this one, so I'm carefully going to try not to stick them together just while I trim a section off. So as you go down a layer, you do need to cut some off. And now I'm going to get glue all over my scissors and some tape. So just bear with me a moment, I'll just sort my mistake out. Wipe all the glue off my scissors. Okay. So just try that again. I'm just going to tidy that up. There you go. At least I remembered before I touched it all together. Okay, so now just find the glue. I'm just going to add some double-sided tape to the centre there. I'm just going to do this to all of them. Okay, so now I'm going to bring the album back in. Now, the first page will sit nicely just at the edge there. I just need to move that over slightly, just so I'm roughly in the middle. And just press that down. So that's the first one, and then bring the second one in. And that sits in the centre of the first one. Just trying to carefully get that lined up. Okay, and then the last one in the centre. So just pressing that down a little bit more. So far we have that section of the journal, and then we have some additional pages here that we can add things to, just like a little book area. So next is the centre. Now these here are the duo pages. Now I haven't double-sided printed them, so they are just singly printed, and I have 3 of the duo pages and then just half of one here just to sit on the top. So these are going to be attached together. So the first one, eventually when you've attached them all together, will sit just in the centre there. Now how they need to be attached together is the folded side needs to be with the unfolded side. So that will be attached to there and open up the opposite way. Just need to make sure my images are all right. So basically the centre is going to be an accordion section. So that opens like that. And then the next piece, again, this is the unfolded part, and then the folded part attaches onto that. Just press that down. So there's your accordion centerpiece, which of course opens both ways. So this single piece now I'm just going to attach onto the white part of my card. Okay, just repress all that down so it's all stuck. Okay, so like I said, this is now going to be attached to there. make sure it's where you want it to be. And just press that down. Okay, so far we have 3 sections, or 3 different sections, and that gives us lots of different things to use the album for and to decorate it. So now I've just got this side here. I'll just put that out of the way a second. So I'm actually going to cut out one of the pocket embellishments, so I just need to bring my score ball back in to score this. So you'll see the lines where you need to score. Okay. Now, just need to decide how, yeah, so I'm just going to add a small amount of glue here. Just to attach my sides. Okay, and then while that dries, I have cut these images out of one of the sheets. So this is the full size it prints out at, and I also did some smaller sizes too, just in case I wanted those. But the larger size actually fits nicely into the little envelope there. So I'm just going to pull the album back, and then I'm going to attach this just to there, and then these pieces will fit nicely in there to be either you can write messages or your thoughts on the bag, or also just add some pictures. Okay, just press that down. And like I said, they fit nicely into a little pocket envelope there. So basically all that's left now is to go through all the embellishment sheets and then just add some extra embellishments to what I have here. So I've already embellished my front cover. We'll add some more bits to here, because you have, like I said, you have lots of different images, as well as, let me see if I can find it. Yes. Sorry about that. There's also this sheet here of butterflies that match all the papers, so I'll be cutting some of those out and adding those into my album. And of course you've got sentiments to add in, but this is the basic of my album, that's what I'm going to show you now. So like I said, I've shown you how to make the album with the white card, decorate it with your mats and layers, and how to do the interactive bits to add to your album. So now it's decorating time. So because you know your tastes are going to be different than mine, so you'll decorate it differently to me. So what I'm going to do is at the end of this video I will add my album when it's all fully decorated, so you can see what I've done to mine. So I hope you like this video, and I hope you like the album, and give it a go please, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye. So here is my finished album, my front cover. I have not decorated the back, but I guess you could pop a picture onto there. So just open this up. So I have my mushroom and flip cards there with some added decoration, and the heart there just keeps it down a bit. I've added decoration to the girl image here. Just open that up. So here's my added tags and the pieces there that are blank on the back, so you can write or add pictures to there. And I've added this deer image here that I've cut out from one of the images. A couple of butterflies there. There I left blank for writing. There's a few bits here you can add some writing to there. Again, a couple more tags in there, and left blank for you to add what you'd like on there. Not every page does have bits on, so like I said, I have left some blank for you, so we can add pictures etc. to there. And then this is a piece of full that comes out, and I've left that all blank because it's got nice lines on there to add writing and pictures to there. And same with that side too. So like I said, this is how I've decorated this album. It'd be fantastic to see anybody else that makes this album and decorates it. And please, if you do, come and share it with us, and I shall see you again soon. Bye bye.